Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed with your emotions? Maybe it was anger, but you couldn't control it. Sadness that wouldn't let you move forward, or maybe even anxiety that seemed to take over your entire mind. My name is Hitesh Bhartia. I'm a regression therapist and a founder of Joining Hands. I want to share something that changed my life and might just change yours too. Emotions are part of being human. Let's be honest. Most of us are never taught to deal with them. I mean, as a child, I was told, अच्छे बच्चे रोते नहीं है. But मैं तो रो रहा हूँ ना, मुझे नहीं मालूम मैं क्यों रो रहा हूँ. We're told to calm down. We're told to think positive. Just let it be. No one explains how to let it be. The result, we end up holding these emotions in our stomach, in our, for women in the breast, in their hips. We hold these emotions. We suppress them. We let these emotions control us. In fact, I will do a video only just to explain which body part holds what emotions. What if I told you there's another way? What if you could learn to understand your emotions and instead of fearing them, manage them? Manage them in such a way that you control them and they don't control you. Our emotions are our superpower. It's something that's so natural to us. In today's video, we're going to explore practical tools that help you master your emotions. Tools that will not only help you feel more in control, but also deepen your connection to yourself and others. By the end of this video, you have 3 actionable steps to navigate even the toughest emotions. Let's jump in. Let's begin by understanding why emotions matter. I mean, क्या है emotion? Why is it so important? I have never experienced. I'm a man. मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता. I was brought up saying मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता. अच्छे बच्चे रोते नहीं है. लड़का है ना, रोना नहीं है. लड़के बोलते नहीं हैं. My sister was told, लड़की हो ना, ज़्यादा मत बोलो, जोर से मत हंसो, ऐसे मत खड़ो, ऐसे मत बैठो, ऐसे मत खड़े हो, ऐसे मत चलो, ऐसे कपड़े मत पहनो. These are emotions. If I have something that I'm feeling, I need to express it. The word emotion comes from energy in motion. We are energy beings. We are spiritual beings with a human presence. Our energy needs to flow. If we don't let these emotions flow, that's where diseases come from. I mentioned earlier, if you would like a video on how which emotion is stored in which part of the body, put it in the comments and I'll create one. But for now, why do emotions feel so powerful? What happens? When my father passed away, I cried and I couldn't control. Why are the emotions so powerful? When I'm with my wife and my family, I'm so much in love. Why is it so powerful? Emotions are our body's way of sending a message. Humans speak in the language of words. I'm talking to you in words. Our body speaks to us in the language of emotions. They are signs to tell us something important. For example, anger often points to a boundary being crossed. Sadness tells us that we are grieving a loss or we need to slow down. Fear is the body's way of preparing us for potential danger. If I'm not able to sense fear, how will I know how to react when danger comes? Animals also react. Some animals react to sound. Some animals react to touch. Some animals sense danger. Some animals can smell danger. It's the way our body communicates with us. Here's the problem. Mankind, you and me, were not taught to listen to these signals. We are taught to ignore them. Arey chhod na dar ko. I live in Bombay. And if you are from Bombay, we were told, dar ke aage jeet hai, dadar ke aage seat hai. It was a funny thing that people in Bombay would relate to. Because the fear of getting a seat in a train was comparable to a fear. You're not told to express your fear. You're told to laugh on your fear. It's important that we understand our emotions. It's about time. Think about a time you reacted emotionally without thinking. Maybe you snapped at someone or made a decision that you later regretted. This is what happens when emotions go unchecked. When you recognize and process these emotions, they become your friends and not your enemies. Let's dive deeper. What's the practical way to master your emotions? It's important to master them. Think of an emotion like a switch, like a superpower. I will use it when I need it to master my emotions. First, let's get to the practical part. How do you manage them effectively? 3 powerful steps. Step 1, pause and name the emotion. Call out the emotion. When you're feeling overwhelmed, pause for a moment. When I say pause, I mean breathe. I know, but my daughter tells me, Papa, I'm always breathing. I said, I know you're always breathing, darling. But become aware of your breath. In, out. And now, as you take that breath, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Where am I feeling it in my body? These 2 questions, what am I feeling right now and where am I feeling it in my body, tells you so much about the emotion. Research has shown that simply naming your emotion, saying I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling frustrated, reduces the intensity of that emotion. This step brings awareness and separates you from the emotion, giving you space to respond rather than react. I had a friend who would always say, "Oof, I'm so emotional. I'm feeling so overwhelmed right now." And I would say, "Okay, where are you feeling it in your body?" She would say, "In my hands." So I say, "Are you feeling it? Are your hands feeling it?" She said, "Oh, my hands are feeling it." Just by naming that, the emotion came in the hands and not in the entire being. The second point is reframe the emotion. Instead of seeing the emotion as good or bad, let's try reframing them as messages. Very important point. Don't see it as good or bad. Reframe it. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? You'll be like, Hitesh, in this emotion, in this anger, how can I ask myself? Go back to the earlier point. Breathe. Bring your attention to your breath. And then ask yourself, what is the emotion trying to tell me? Going back to my friend who felt the overwhelm in her hands, I asked her, what is it trying to tell you? It asked me to slow down, Hitesh. I want to do so many things with my hands. The emotion is telling me to slow down. She would come back saying, Hitesh, this is so amazing. Why am I not taught this in school? Well, I'm teaching it to you right now. What is the emotion trying to tell me? What do I need right now is the next question to ask. What do I need right now? For example, if you're feeling stressed, maybe it's a sign you need to set boundaries or take a break. This perspective shifts you from feeling helpless to feeling empowered. When I asked this friend, I asked her the same question. What do you need right now? She had weird answers. I need to wash my hands right now. Why? Because my hands need to feel something. Sometimes you say, I need a hug right now. When you understand what you need right now, the emotion automatically changes from disempowering you to empowering you. The third and the most important, release the emotion. How do I release it? It's not a jacket I can remove and release. Oh, okay, released. Actually, it works a lot like that. Emotions are energy and they need to move. Energy in motion. Because it's not moving, it's stuck inside. You can release them in healthy ways. What are the healthy ways? Journaling. I keep on telling everybody in all my videos, journaling is the most underrated therapy tool people need to use. Journal your thoughts, your feeling. Second, you could visit a therapist. You could go to a therapist for a session if you feel the emotion is overpowering you. The third, take a walk. Taking a walk is again, the body is moving. The body is in movement. Do some physical activity. My daughter, my wife and I, whenever we feel overwhelmed, we just jump. Why? We want the energy to move. We want to feel the movement. Just try practicing 10 jumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that 10 times. And you see how much change it brings in you. Another trick to do is to practice breathing. I always breathe, yes. In, out. Move your attention to your breathing. We're always breathing, but our attention is never on our breathing. When we move our attention to our breathing, we become aware of our breath. The goal isn't to suppress these emotions, but to let them flow without you being stuck. Remember the main switch button. Every emotion is a button. You want to switch it on and not let the button go on and on its own. The power of emotional awareness is what I would like to talk about. Hitesh, I'm dealing with my intense emotions. I don't know how to deal with my intense emotions. How do I really handle this? Again, I've heard this question and this statement so many times. What I'm going to tell you is something that's worked for almost everybody. Intense emotions require self-compassion. We are always so critical and so negative of ourselves. Oh, I don't do this well. I don't do that well. I don't do blah, 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 blah. Self-compassion is the key. Remind yourself it's okay to feel what you're feeling. If I feel fear, if I feel anger, if I feel hatred, it's okay. Emotions aren't permanent. They're like waves. They'll come and then they'll fall. We tend to focus more on we tend to focus more on the negative emotion and not on the positive ones. Every negative emotion is like a wave. It will pass. Exercises for you. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. You find it difficult to close your eyes? Keep your eyes open. In, out, out. Inhalation and exhalation will automatically help you calm down. Imagine yourself in somewhere in nature and become aware that every emotion is like a wave. See the anger rise and fall. See the sadness rise and fall. Let it peak, eventually like a wave, it will always fall. This visualization helps you remember that no matter how strong the emotion is, it will always pass. Over time, mastering your emotions isn't about managing the hard moments. It's about creating space for joy, gratitude, connection, and to embrace life in all its beauty. Remember, life is a beautiful gift. How do you embrace it is up to you. Quick recap. Emotions are powerful. They don't have to control you. You need to have them in control. Pausing, naming your emotions, reframing them as messages, and release them in a healthy manner turns your feelings, emotions into tools for growth and understanding, empowering you to live the life you desire. Here's your challenge. Take one emotion you've been struggling with, name it, reframe it, and then release it using the steps we discussed. Put in the comments what your experience was when you did this challenge. I would love to hear it so that I can make more videos to give you further tools. If you think there's more help you need, put it in the comments and we'll create more videos like this. Before I end, remember, mastering your emotions isn't suppressing them. It's about embracing them as part of your journey to heal. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.